What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Wait a minute, actually, before we start this video, I want to do a few updates. And first of all, y'all voted on Twitter. Y'all aren't beautiful people anymore. Y'all are the League. So what is up?
The League? People of the League?
People of the League. It's your boys. And we back for another video.
And this time I will interrupt for another update.
Oh.
Thank you all for an amazing first HHN live stream.
Yes.
So much fun hanging out with all of you, watching The Shining, talking about Midsummer Scream. And next one is going to be August 12th. So make sure, same time, this time is going to be Saturday, 8 p.m. till midnight, Pacific Standard Time. So make sure to check out for a good 4-hour session.
Oh yeah, it's going to be good.
And now let's talk about something that's kind of personal. This video.
Oh, yes. We quit.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
No, not that scary, but we are talking about our personal fears and what we would want in a Halloween Horror Nights event specific to our phobias.
So, here are the rules. Mazes, so it's 3 mazes, 2 scare zones, 1 terror tram, all based off of our fears and phobias that would make the most horrifying HHN. So our personal HHNs.
Ha ha ha! So my first maze, my personal maze is, of course, a lot of you know that I'm chlorophobic, so clowns. Let's get a bunch of clowns in just one maze, but no, not like a clowns 3D, no. This is kind of be like a Five Nights at Freddy's thing, except it's not animatronics, it's not mechanical monsters, it's not monsters eating humans and babies and putting them in their stomachs. No, this is clowns in a Chuck E. Cheese-like environment who don't know what the they're doing. They just want to make you smile. They just want to make you happy. But they just don't get it why you're scared of them. Why you're so sad. Why you're so afraid. That would be my personal fear, like them not understanding that they're so scary.
My first maze. So one of my biggest fears, and you're all probably gonna like freak out, like what? Why are you scared of this? Is the dark. I am afraid of the dark. Not like when it's night out I freak out, but like pitch black. If I can't see my hand right here, I'm freaking out because then I don't know what's around me. So I thought I'll take it even to like an IP. I'll connect it to an IP. The movie Lights Out. Now the movie Lights Out. It's not a good movie, but the concept of it is a good idea. It's a monster that only attacks when the lights are out. So essentially, my maze would be, like, you know, like a long maze, not a long maze, but you know. And as you progress, you get scenes where the lights are on and you see the catastrophe that this monster is causing, and then it's pitch black. Just with maybe a little sign at the end that tells you this way. And the scare actors would be like on the wall, painted on black, and they wouldn't even scare you. All they would do is come up to you and say something or make a noise, so you don't know where they're coming from, and your goal is to get over there. And then maybe the lights come on and you see them, they freak you out. I would cry.
Alright. That is very, very scary. So my second maze, see, bringing it back to what Halloween Horror Nights is, you know, the layout of Halloween Horror Nights, my second maze would be in Waterworld. Oh. Now, not just the Waterworld queue, it would literally be Waterworld. I would want something where I'm wearing a scuba suit. Ooh. And I'm going underneath and I'm seeing sharks, I'm seeing octopi, I'm seeing all these different creatures. I'm seeing Cutie Pie. I'm seeing all these creatures and they are like inches away from me. But of course there's a glass, but still, just because the water would be so silent, like all I would hear would be like my tube, my breathing. Right. So my breathing would be like and that would freak me out even more and I go and then I die. So yeah, that's my second maze.
My second maze is also kind of water related. So another one of like my fears is it's kind of, I don't know, it's not like isolation, but it's like being in a place and everything else around me is killer. I don't know what you consider that.
Like everything wants to kill you, like people want to kill you, or like
Yeah,
anything.
people want to kill me. So
I
my
think it's called paranoia.
yeah, maybe. So I've actually connected this to another IP. I think the video game BioShock is a good example of this, where you've got one man trapped in an entire city.
The false shepherd.
The false shepherd. Actually, that's Booker DeWitt.
Booker DeWitt.
That's the third one. I'm talking about the first one.
Oh.
Rapture. I think his name is Jack. I think something like that would be horrifying, where it's just everyone's out after you. Nobody to help you. So, like, it would literally be like a maze, but they would only let you in.
Ooh. Okay.
Just you, and everybody's out to get you.
Alright. I like that. So, my number 3 maze, personal maze, is it's being entrapped in a dark space. No music, no sound. Maybe there's not even any scare actors in it, but I have to walk through it. This is where like the spider string effect can really come into effect.
So like a fear of senses?
It would be like, well, yeah, because it'd
Senses overload.
Senses overload. Maybe like people would pass behind me, and so I'd hear like the brushing of the wind from them, or I'd hear like breathing.
What?
But yeah, that would be just crazy. The fact that I don't know where anything is. I just feel everything. It's like
like different temperatures and stuff like that in the maze.
Yes.
Like it suddenly gets really cold and it gets super hot.
Let's do it. Let's just destroy everything. Let's destroy every nerve in my body.
That's metal. My third maze is actually kind of relevant to today's age. So, the internet is... I know what you're thinking. The internet's like, wait, what? You're scared of YouTube?
Keep going.
So, essentially, we've all read creepypastas, and I think some of these stuff is, like, pretty, like, creative, but at the same time, you're like, yo, the people that create this stuff are, like, sick and twisted. So I'm thinking a maze with just filled with creepypastas, like different killers, different urban legends that are spread throughout the internet.
Cool.
I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. Now we are moving on to our scare zones. Now we're having 2 scare zones. So my first scare zone, and then you'll go on to your scare zone. My first scare zone is kind of similar to what we have for this year, which is Halloween. It's you know, a distorted version of cliche Halloween characters. I want to take it up a notch. I want there to be the cliche versions of every holiday in a twisted form. So bring back Dark Christmas, have Halloween. I want to have the Easter Bunny chopping out his guts and pulling out eggs. I want there to be the Leprechaun. Ooh, let's bring that.
Ooh,
but yeah, every holiday just has some representation in a distorted, twisted version, a creepy version. That would be a cool scare zone.
My scare zone is actually somewhat related to yours, whereas yours is kind of the corruption of the holidays. I want the corruption of innocence. So let's take Disneyland and just make it demented and twisted and give us that scare zone. So you've got
That would cost a pretty penny.
True. But like I want like, you know, like maybe Peter Pan strangling kids. You know, I want, you know, Mickey Mouse like stabbing some people. Exactly. GTA. You know, stuff like that I think would be pretty sick and pretty twisted.
Second scare zone. It's actually, it'd be really simple to make because I wouldn't take any decorations, except for the scare actors themselves would be decorated. And it'd be like 5 scare actors at the end of the street. They'd be staring at me. I'd walk in, lights would turn off, and they'd be looking at me, and they'd just be waving. Maybe they could be dressed like Barney, dressed as other mascots, and just be waving at me. And I'd be like, what the hell is going on? What are they thinking?
What the?
Yeah, and then like I get closer and closer to them, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do this. I turn around, and then they just keep walking, trying to figure out what they're doing. And I turn around, and there's more scare actors right there, and they're just waving. And yeah, that would freak me out so much. Yeah, because that's a fear of mine, not knowing what the hell people are thinking.
I couldn't come up with the second Terror Tramp.
Improv!
I gotta come up with one, but I think something really scary and really cool would be like a demented Old West.
Alright.
I think cowboys, maybe even zombie cowboys, maybe the living dead come back to life. But with guns and 6-shooters, and they're just like, boom, 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 boom. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Alright. Now on to our terror trams. I want to hear your terror tram before I say my terror tram.
You want my Terror Tramp?
I want your terror tram before my terror tram.
Alright, so now on to Terror Trams. My Terror Tram would actually be something that like I really like studying and stuff like that, and it's cryptids. And if you don't know what a cryptid is, you know, there's zoocryptology, I believe is like the study of it, and it's kind of like the study of urban legends. So, like the Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, the Chupacabra, the Mothman, the Jersey Devil. These different it's kind of like creepypasta thing, but like urban legends and stuff like that. And there's these cryptid monsters that people do or do not believe exist. I think that would make for a cool terror tram.
Ah, my terror tram. A lot of the terror trams that we have seen with The Walking Dead is after the apocalypse. Like the apocalypse has already happened. Now these are the people who have survived or are now dying. I want the very beginning of the apocalypse. I want people like coughing out blood, falling to their feet right in front of me. People screaming for help, just ultimate chaos, because that's a fear of mine, like seeing a situation and not being able to help. And so make an entire terror tram of that, me trying to quickly go through people who are like, eyes, blood shooting out.
Your goal is to get out, you can't help anybody type thing?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because, yeah. And there you have it. Those were our personal Halloween Horror Nights. And now you know us a little more personally.
Hey.
So, you know, if you liked this style of video, let us know in the comments of how we should make our own personal horror events.
And if you really like this video, go and hit that thumbs up. Let us know you liked it. You know, we'll make more, you know?
And if you haven't already and you've watched this entire video, make sure to subscribe to TLEV. And what about if they want to follow us like on Twitter? Where do they go?
On Twitter? Oh my guys. Y'all want to go to @TLE Tweets?
Heck yeah.
What about Instagram, my guy?
Well then they're gonna have to follow us @TLE Pics.
That's right.
Of course, I'm Thomas.
I'm Josue.
We are your boys.
And we howdy.
Wow!